Hello, 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 everyone. I'm your host, Miranda Fritts, and welcome to the very first episode of Random Randa, a show about random, useless information you may or may not want to know. Some of you who may or may not recognize the silly-o verbiage of the title of my show, yes, the title does stem from a mid-2000 Nickelodeon kids show, iCarly, featuring Miranda Cosgrove, that one girl, and that other guy. The show features a segment called Random Dancing, which is followed by dance music and flashing disco lights. If you'd like more detail on iCarly, feel free to look it up. Or don't. I can honestly care less, just as long as you watch my show. Some may think the title is weird or strange, but it truly has some deep meaning to me. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named me who had a dream she had a talk show, and the show was called This. Honestly, it is what it is because I was too lazy to come up with anything else, and it basically explains me and my personality in a nutshell. This is a brand spanking new show that will hopefully be full of fun and entertainment. The plan is to do so through lighthearted discussion, guest appearances including highlighting some unique groups and clubs that may or may not have events coming up, as well as, but not limited to, other influential persons on campus or otherwise make some kind of impact on Cameron. I would also like to really have fun with the guests and hopefully convince them to get involved in games and other fun activities here on the show. Now that we got that out of the way, I would like to spend the first episode talking a little bit about me. Mostly because you will be seeing a lot of me on campus, on the television, and I apologize in advance. I completely understand your concern. Imagine how I feel. I have to see this face every day. But at least you will get the sweetened condensed version after my face has already gone through the works, which really just means I slapped on some mascara and maybe a little eyeliner if I'm feeling frisky. I'm not going to lie, I've been a little bit nervous about this ever since they said, here you go, have a show. And then I got really nervous last Wednesday when I thought we were going to start the shows and I wasn't prepared. And then I got nervous again when it was this Wednesday and I still wasn't prepared. But I figured this topic shouldn't be too difficult considering I just love to talk about myself. Anyways, I figure this introduction will give you, the viewers, the opportunity to learn a little bit more about me and decide whether or not you even like me, which I feel is relatively important if you're going to allow me to waste approximately 15 to 20 minutes of your day each week. So let's begin. Just in case you forgot within the last 5 minutes or so, my name is Miranda Fritts. My middle name is Nicole, so Miranda Nicole Fritts. My mother once told me she had wanted to name me Miranda Alexandra. I'm assuming because it rhymes. Honestly, I don't know. But I know my dad was instrumental in that not happening. One time I asked her why she named me Miranda in the first place. She simply answered, I don't really know. And that was the end of that conversation. Fun fact, the day after I was born, my dad brought my mom some flowers to the hospital. They found out later, after I was named and all that those flowers were in fact called Miranda roses. These are very beautiful and a kind of hot pink rose, which you can see displayed to the left of me, hopefully sitting somewhere right above my palm. Speaking of the day I was born on October 4th, 1995. And for any of you non-math whizzes out there like me, that would mean I'm 21. I also shared a birthday with my grandpa, who sadly passed away last year, but not before we had our first drinks together on my 21st and his 79th. Rest in peace, Gramps. You're the best. Another interesting fact about my name is, which has no scientific data that's been found, just my own personal research, is that almost every Miranda I've seen in the media, be that through film, television show, or book, always seems to be a total witch. They're always either the villain, mean, angry, frustrated, and/or have red hair. For example, Miranda from Sex and the City is a triple threat in this sense. She always seems to be angry, frustrated, and of course has red hair. Now, I have not concluded what exactly this means for Mirandas all around everywhere. I'm just saying, if you're in a movie and your name is Miranda, don't be surprised if you end up the villain and/or have red hair. Anyways, back to me. I currently still live at home with my mom and my dad and my fluffy house bunny Rex. Yes, I own a rabbit. He is a lion head mini Rex mix. So basically he has really long, soft hair. His long hair falls over his eye, which I think makes him look like a rock star. Or emo, I honestly haven't decided. But I absolutely love him and I hate him all at the same time. My mom likes him and my dad hates him, so he gets a pretty good mixture of both. He is adorable in every way except when he chews on everything that is not his. But I can't yell at him because he's so stinking cute and because he'd run away. It's very irritating, but what are you gonna do? Dad said I couldn't have a dog, so I brought home a rabbit instead. He really loved that, especially after the rabbit chewed all the baseboards in our house, which I will be paying for sometime in the near future. Anyways, I'm sure we will be having plenty of chances to hear about that lovely rabbit and the different types of animals I've had before, like my ducks, flying squirrels, and killer fish, just to name a few. Nonetheless, my parents still love me and I have a great relationship. I mean, we would kind of have to for me to still willingly live here, right? They're my best friends and I tell them absolutely everything. So if you don't want my parents to know something, don't tell me. I'll eventually spill the beans. But even if I tell them, who are they really going to tell? But I just love them. Dad said I have to move out by the time I'm 36. He's excited for the 15 more years he gets to spend with me. Technically, I spend much of my time alone at home because both of my parents work a Goodyear. They work a 7 to 7 job, days or nights. But even with my busy schedule, we still make it a point to see each other. I also have a brother and a sister from my dad's previous marriage, but I always considered them just my brother and sister. My sister is 6 years older than me and my brother's 10, which makes it easy to track how old he is. For example, I'm 21, he's 31. When I turn 22, he'll be 32. Get the gist? Yeah. They both live around here, and they both have kids, so I get to be like the cool aunt who doesn't actually do anything for them, but gives them lots of candy. It's a pretty good gig. Speaking of good gigs, some honorable hobby mentions of mine are: 1, I like to make movies. Now, don't get all weird about it, but yes, I do dabble in movie making with my super awesome production team, Option D. Shout out to my homies. But no, we do a lot of short films, movie races, and junk like that. We recently finished our first feature film, which we're hoping to show here in Lawton sometime, but that's kind of taken a while, so we'll probably just have to see. Feel free to look us up on the YouTube and the Facebook. I've been working for them for 3 years now, so I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to talk about them in the future. Secondly, I dabble in theater. I've done a little acting here and there. In backwards chronological order, I was in South Pacific last semester here at Cameron as an ensemble cast. I wore a bathing suit and I washed all the dirty men out of my hair. I was also in Gypsy last summer in Lawton Community Theater as Gypsy. I was basically a mistreated child star turned high-class stripper. It's a very inspiring story. And the very first musical I was in was The Addams Family, also at Lawton Community Theater. In that one, I was a white Indian. Not being racist, it was just literally my costume. I unfortunately did not have much time for my hobbies as of late. I'm a stupidly busy person right now. Between 18 hours, family, work, and this show, it's a little difficult to add much else to the mix. I'm double majoring in journalism, media production, and public relations, so it'll be a busy senior year for me. I also work here at Cameron in the Human Resources office. While to some offices, they may consider me just some measly student worker, but my office is literally like my family. I literally have a work mom, a work dad, work sister, brother, grandma, and aunt. So shout out to my work fam. I'm pretty sure they'll be mad at me if I don't mention them. But seriously, if you do need any help, feel free to stop by or call our office in the administration building. We're super nice. We might not be able to help you exactly with what we're doing, but we'll certainly try to point you in the right direction. We also have a Facebook page, Cameron University Human Resources, that we really just use as a platform to post photos of ourselves in matching t-shirts. A few interesting facts about me and my life before I end the show is 1, I have dimples on my shoulders. No, I said dimples, you pervs. Tiny indentations in the back of my shoulders, and when I was little, all the kids thought I was shot in the shoulders with 2 guns at the same time. Like that's even possible. Did they think I was in a heist or something? I don't know. But I always like to tell people that that's where my angel wings fell off. Nobody believes me, but that's where they fell off. Also, that's not a real tattoo. It's some fake tattoo that I bought at a zoo for $10. I'm just saying. Secondly, my house is made out of styrofoam. Yes, I said styrofoam, thick styrofoam panels about this wide with thin sheet metal on each side. They kind of lock together like Legos. It was some weird house thing that they were trying to start up back in 2010. Obviously, it didn't really catch on considering you've never heard of it till just now. But it really helps with the air conditioning bill. Our house is always freezing and it's always set on 78. Thirdly, I live in the small town of Chattanooga, about 20 minutes southwest of Lawton, some whatever direction is from here. And when I say small, I mean small. It's about 1 mile by 1 mile, which means it's 1 mile long and 1 mile wide. We literally have 1 hop and sack, a school, and we used to have a Mexican restaurant, but I'm pretty sure it shut down because the lights are always off. I also graduated from the school in Chatty. I attended their pre-K through 12th grade, and I graduated with 25 fellow students of mine as valedictorian of my class. Many people are usually surprised when I say 25 students, but we were the largest class in the school. And I also graduated with the majority of the people that I started school with. Lastly, if you haven't guessed already by how many musicals I've been in, I absolutely love to sing. I'm not going to say whether or not I'm good, but I'm definitely an avid karaokeer. My parents and I literally go to the state fair every year because they have a sweet karaoke setup. There's like a contest and everything. I'm pretty sure there's plenty more interesting things to say about me, but I just can't think of anything else. So let's switch gears for a sec. If you're involved in any of the groups or have any special talent, hobby, event, or are involved in some form of arts, I'm really into the arts, as you can tell by the amount of musicals that I've been in. Or even if you are just even if you're into something that you think might be interesting and would like to share your expertise with us, even if you just want to come have fun with us here on the show, feel free to contact me through any kind of social media. I am on all the social medias. I have the Facebook, the Instagrams, the Snappy Chats, the YouTube, and the Twitter. Even though I never really use that thing, I can't ever think of anything smart to say that can fit within the link requirements. So they gave me a show instead. Anyways, I'll list the things of all the junk somewhere else. But I mean, obviously, Facebook is my first name and my last name, and everything pretty much follows suit. So Miranda Fritts, whatever. Or if you don't like all the technical computer stuff, and if you see me on campus, feel free to say hi. I'm pretty nice, I think. Well, I hope you all were as entertained with myself as I was. Show's dismissed. Bring in the dancing Aggies. Well, that's our show. I hope you enjoyed this week's random spout of useless information. I'm your host, Miranda Fritts, and I'll see you next week on Random